used to call me late when the world got too loud. Say my name like a secret you were finally allowed. And I would answer softly like I always understood. Like your temporary love could still feel something good. We had 1,000 moments that felt dangerously real. Your jacket on my shoulders, your hand on my knee so still. But every time I leaned in, you would lean away. Like closeness was a language you only spoke on certain days. And I try not to ask for more, try to be easy, try to be light. But love kept growing anyway, and you kept cutting it down before it reached the sky. We were almost us, almost enough, almost a forever, almost the kind of love that makes you feel safe, that makes you feel seen. But you kept one foot out and I kept believing, yeah, we were almost us, almost in love. And it hurts the most to lose a thing you never fully had. We were almost us. I remember your silence when I asked where this was going. How you changed the subject like you didn't see me drowning. You would say I'm not ready, then you'd pull me back and close. Like you loved the way I stayed more than you loved me the most. We kissed like we were certain, then you'd vanish for a week. And I blame it on your schedule while my pride got weak. I kept rewriting red flags into reasons you were hurt. Like your brokenness was something I could fix if I worked. So I learned your patterns like a map I shouldn't need. Learned to read between your lines, learned to swallow all my needs. And I hate that I confused anxiety with fate, calling it butterflies when it was just fear in my veins. We were almost us, almost enough, almost a forever, almost the kind of love that makes you feel safe, that makes you feel seen. But you kept one foot out and I kept believing, yeah, we were almost us, almost in love. And it hurts the most to lose a thing you never fully had. We were almost us, almost us, almost us. So close, but not enough. I kept my voice small so you wouldn't run. Held my dreams in my pocket, called it being the one. I waited for a label that could make me feel secure. But love shouldn't need a warning to feel pure. And I've been thinking about the nights I cried in my own car, wiping mascara off my face like it would heal my heart. I gave you all my softness and you treated it like time, something you could borrow then return when it was fine. So I'm done being your maybe, done being your spare, done building a home in a place you won't repair. If you can't choose me fully, then I'll choose me instead. I won't keep starving for love from a table you never said. We were almost us, but I'm done. Almost is a heartbreak hiding under the sun. I want something steady, something honest, something true, not a half-held promise I keep chasing back to you. Yeah, we were almost us, almost in love, but I'm not living my life in the space between maybe and enough. We were almost us. Some nights I still miss you like a song I shouldn't play. Like my heart doesn't listen when my mind says walk away. And I hate how I remember only how it felt at first, when you looked at me like I was everything you ever searched. But I can't keep collecting moments like the proof to stay. I can't keep calling you mine when you won't claim my name. So if you come back whispering I'm ready, I've grown, I'll ask where that courage was when I was crying alone. Cause I deserve consistency, not a love that comes and goes. I deserved a hand to hold me, not a door you wouldn't close. We were almost us, almost enough, but I'm done begging for a forever from a love that won't show up. I'm choosing peace over potential, choosing real over someday, choosing my own heart now in a brand new way. Yeah, we were almost us, almost in love, and I miss what it could have been, but I won't miss myself because of us. We were almost us, almost us. Almost us, almost us. Not everything that feels like love is meant to last. I kept trying to be who you wanted until I couldn't recognize my own face. So this is me, coming back to myself. I used to wake up careful, like your mood could change the day. Like one wrong word at breakfast would make your love walk away. I'd read your eyes for weather, for a reason, for a sign. And if you went quiet, I would blame it on my mind. I learned to laugh on cue, to keep the peace, to keep it light, to cry without a sound so you could sleep through every night. And I called it being patient, called it loving you through stress. But I was slowly disappearing in the name of being best. Cause I kept bending my boundaries till they didn't feel like mine. And I kept trading all my truth for a little bit of time. Now the silence is so honest, it's the loudest thing I've felt. And I finally hear my heartbeat calling me back to myself. I'm going back to myself, back to the girl I left, back to the dreams I buried for somebody else's comfort. I'm going back to myself, even if it hurts to heal. Cause I'd rather be alone than lose my name, trying to be what you feel. Yeah, I'm going back to myself. I used to call it progress when you text me back in time, when the bare minimum felt holy, and I thanked you for the sign. I celebrate your effort like it wasn't what I deserved, like my standards were a problem I should hide beneath the dirt. I became a careful virgin, soft voice, smaller needs, walking on your moods like broken glass under my feet. And when I asked for reassurance, you'd say I'm too intense. So I learned to swallow questions and call it common sense. They say love takes work, so I worked until I broke, held the weight of all our someday while you slipped away like smoke. And I hate how I forgave you before you even tried, but I'm done calling it love when my spirit feels denied. I'm going back to myself, back to the girl I left, back to the dreams I buried for somebody else's comfort. I'm going back to myself, even if it hurts to heal. Cause I'd rather be alone than lose my name, trying to be what you feel. Yeah, I'm going back to myself. Ooh, back to myself. Ooh, finding my way. Ooh, back to myself. Ooh, I'm not afraid. I used to think leaving meant I didn't love you right, but staying meant I didn't love myself, not even that night. Kept the door unlocked for you, kept my heart on standby, like I was just a place you visited when you felt like trying. But I'm not your second option, not your secret, not your spare, not a midnight confession you forget when there's daylight there. So I'm drawing new lines like a map I never had, and I'm treating my own name like something worth protecting when I'm sad. I'm not too much, I'm not too deep, you just couldn't meet me where I speak. You want it easy, want it quiet, wanted love without the weight. But real love shows up steady and it doesn't make you wait. So I'm choosing me with both hands, no more half confessions. I'm coming back to myself with my own permission. Yeah, I'm going back to myself, and I'm saying it out loud. I'm going back to myself. I'm not asking you how. I'm building something steady where your chaos used to crowd. I don't need your love to prove me, I can choose me here and now. Yeah, I'm going back. Ooh, back to myself. Ooh, back to myself. Ooh, back to myself. Some nights I still miss you like a habit in my bones, like my heart still walks your hallway even when I'm home alone. And I hate how my brain edits out the parts that made me cry. Like pain is just a detail in the story of you and I. But I remember the lonely, the late replies, the cold. The way you made my softness feel heavy, made my gold feel old. I remember begging quietly, do you still want this? And you said I don't know, like love is something you can miss. So if you come back softer with your I changed, I was wrong. I wish you healing from a distance, but I won't replay this song. Cause love should feel like safety, not a lesson I repeat. And I'd rather hold my own hand than beg you just to meet me where I am. Now when it's easy, now when it's late, I deserve something steady, I deserve something safe. I'm going back to myself, back to the girl I left, back to the love I needed when I was losing my breath. I'm going back to myself and I'm choosing me for real. Cause I'd rather heal in silence than stay where I'm taught not to feel. Going back to myself, ooh, back to myself, ooh, back to myself, back to myself, back to myself. I didn't lose love, I lost me. And I'm finna, I blocked your number, like that would block the memories. Like a screen could stop a heart from breaking. I hit block with shaking fingers like it meant I'd finally win. Like one clean button could erase the way you got under my skin. Your name disappeared from my screen but not from my mind. It's funny how the body keeps a love it can't rewind. I still wake up at 2 or 3 like there's a message I should read. Then I remember there's no you here, just the quiet in my need. I stare at my reflection and I try to look okay, but my eyes keep telling secrets that my mouth won't say. Cause it's easier to cut the cord than cut the feeling through. And I can mute the ringtone, but I can't mute missing you. So I act like I'm in control, like I'm stronger than I seem. But healing isn't instant, just cause I changed the screen. I'm blocked, but still bleeding, still breaking in the dark. I cut you out of my contacts, but you're carved into my heart. Yeah, you can't reach me on my phone now, but you still reach me in my sleep. And I hate how freedom hurts the most when it's the love you had to leave. I'm blocked, but still bleeding. I deleted every picture like it's evidence in court. Like the case against my feelings needed one last clean report. But there's 1,000 little traces you forgot to take with you. A hoodie in the closet, a playlist I can't get through. My friends say you did good, like it's over cause I tried. But the truth is in the moments when I'm laughing then I cry. I pass our old places like I'm visiting a crime. And every streetlight whispers how you loved her for a time. You said I need space, but you took all of mine. Left me with an empty bed and a head full of wine. I keep replaying the ending like it changes if I see it, but it always ends the same. You leaving me bleeding. I'm blocked, but still bleeding, still breaking in the dark. I cut you out of my contacts, but you're carved into my heart. Yeah, you can't reach me on my phone now, but you still reach me in my sleep. And I hate how freedom hurts the most when it's the love you had to leave. I'm blocked, but still bleeding. Ooh, still bleeding. Ooh, can't breathe in. Ooh, I blocked you out, but you're under my skin. I used to think love meant forgiving every time you crossed the line, calling it a misunderstanding when it happened every time. I was writing you excuses while you wrote me off as too much, and I kept shrinking down to fit you, but I couldn't shrink enough. I held my anger like a secret cause I didn't want to fight, but silence isn't kindness when it's killing you at night. So I'm learning how to listen to the the parts you made afraid. I'm learning how to hold myself the way I begged you to behave. I'm not crazy for remembering, I'm not weak for feeling pain. I'm just human, I was loving, and you don't get to call that shame. So I won't break my own heart trying to prove that I'm okay. I'll let it hurt, I'll let it heal, I'll let it fade. I was blocked but still bleeding, now I'm healing in the light. I don't check your name at midnight, I don't bargain with the night. Yeah, you can't reach me on my phone now, and one day you won't reach my chest. Cause I'm building something steady where your chaos used to rest. I was blocked but still bleeding, now I'm blessed. Some nights I almost unblock you just to see if you would try, just to prove that I still mattered in the corner of your life. But I remember how you vanished when I needed you the most, how you made my love feel heavy, then you left me with the ghost of who you were at the beginning. Soft hands, honest eyes, and I hate that I still miss that, even though it's built on lies. So I won't reopen the door just to relive the same regret. I won't trade my peace for a person who hasn't chosen it yet. Cause love should feel like safety, not a lesson I repeat. And I'd rather sleep alone than beg someone to meet me where I am, not where it's easy, not when it's late. I deserve something steady, I deserve something safe. I was blocked but still bleeding, still breaking in the dark. But I'm stitching up the pieces, I'm rebuilding my own heart. Yeah, you can't reach me on my phone now when you're losing access to my peace. I don't hate you, I just choose me, and that's how I relieve. I was blocked but still bleeding. Now I'm free, now I'm free. I blocked your number and I found mine again. I kept choosing you, even when it cost me everything. Tonight I'm choosing me. I used to wake up hoping you would wake up kind, like love was something fragile that depended on your mind. I'd read your face for weather, for a reason, for a sign. And if the room felt colder, I would blame it all on mine. I learned to fold my feelings like a letter in a drawer, save them for a moment when you wanna hear them more. But more never came, just later, just not now, just waiting. I kept turning patience into something close to hate, cause I was chasing comfort in a house that wouldn't hold, calling it commitment while I quietly grew cold. And I kept saying it's okay when it wasn't even close. I was drowning in the silence and you were learning how to go. So I'm choosing me, even if it hurts tonight. I'm choosing peace over panic, I'm choosing sleep over fights. I'm choosing me over the love that made me beg. I won't hold on to someone who won't hold me in return. Yeah, I'm choosing me, and that's how I finally learned. I used to call it progress when you text me back in time, when the bare minimum felt holy and I thanked you for the sign. I'd celebrate your effort like it wasn't what I deserved, like my standards were a problem I should bury in the dirt. I became a careful version, soft voice, smaller needs, walking on your moods like shattered glass beneath my feet. And when I cried you'd say I'm too much, like tears were shame. So I learned to grieve in quiet, pretend I'm not in pain. They say love takes work, so I worked until I broke, built a bridge from my patience while you watched and never spoke. And I kept making excuses for the ways you wouldn't try, but love that needs me smaller isn't love, it's just goodbye. So I'm choosing me, even if it hurts tonight. I'm choosing peace over panic, I'm choosing sleep over fights. I'm choosing me over love that made me beg. I won't hold on to someone who won't hold me in return. Yeah, I'm choosing me, and that's how I finally learned. Ooh, choosing me, ooh, setting free. Ooh, I'm done chasing. Ooh, I'm coming back to me. I used to think leaving meant I didn't love you enough, but staying meant I didn't love myself, and that was rough. I kept your words like weapons, let them live inside my head. Every you're too sensitive, repeating when I tried to rest. But I'm not here to be convenient, not here to be a spare, not here to be a midnight when you won't be there in air. So I'm rewriting what love means with boundaries and truth, and I'm holding my own heart like it's worth the way I held you. I'm not too much, I'm not too deep. You just couldn't meet me where I speak. You want it easy, want it quiet, wanted love without the weight. But real love shows up steady and it doesn't make you wait. Yeah, I'm choosing me and I'm saying it out loud. I'm choosing light over long and out, choosing truth over doubt. I'm choosing me over almost, over someday, over soon. I won't keep living my life in the shadow of your mood. Yeah, I'm choosing me, and I'm done asking you to choose. Some nights I still miss you like a habit in my bones, like my heart still walks your hallway even when I'm home alone. And I hate how my brain edits out the parts that made me cry, like pain is just a detail in the story of you and I. But I remember the lonely, the late replies, the cold, the way you made my love feel heavy, made my softness feel old. I remember begging quietly, do you still want this? And you said I don't know, like love is something you can miss. So if you come back softer with your I changed, I was wrong. I wish you healing from a distance, but I won't restart this song. Cause love should feel like safety, not a lesson I repeat. And I'd rather be alone than beg you just to meet me where I am. Not when it's easy, not when it's late. I deserve something steady, I deserve something safe. So I'm choosing me, even if it shakes tonight. I'm choosing peace over panic, I'm choosing calm over why. I'm choosing me, and I'm closing every door that made me feel replaceable, that made me feel unsure. Yeah, I'm choosing me, and it feels like breathing for the first time. I love the woman who left. I choose me. We looked perfect from far away, but you don't see the cracks until you're close enough to bleed. We had the kind of pictures people double tap and save, smiles like little bandages, bright enough to hide the ache. You'd hold my waist in public like you never let me fall, then turn to stone in private like I wasn't there at all. I learned to fix my face before the tears could leave my eyes, learned to laugh at broken things, learned to call it we're alright. And I kept painting over like love was just a wall, but pain can't stop the shaking when the foundation starts to crawl. And I don't know when I started making excuses to survive, saying it's just stress, saying it's just life. But the truth was in the silence, in the way you wouldn't stay. And every I'm fine was a crack I tried to smooth away. There were cracks in the pretty and the we're okay we showed, in the way you said you loved me but you never held me close. There were cracks in the pretty and they cut me silently. We looked like something shining but you were breaking me. Yeah, there were cracks in the pretty, and the prettiest part was me. Disappear for hours, then come back like nothing changed. And I'd swallow all my questions so you wouldn't call me crazy. I started checking tones like every word was a test, trying to guess what version of you I get next. We danced around the truth like it was glass on the floor. I kept sweeping up the pieces while you kept making more, and I'd blame myself myself for bleeding, for not being soft enough. Like love is supposed to hurt you to prove that it is love. They say relationships take work, so I worked until I broke. Held my breath through every cold shoulder, every joke that felt like smoking. I kept smiling for the camera, kept pretending I was free, but I was living in a story that was killing parts of me. There were cracks in the pretty, in the we're okay we showed, in the way you said you loved me, but you never held me close. There were cracks in the pretty, and they cut me silently. We looked like something shining, but you were breaking me. Yeah, there were cracks in the pretty, and the prettiest part was me. Kept my needs under my tongue, made myself easy so you'd say I was the one. I dressed up every bruise and maybe it will pass, but love that needs me silent isn't love that's meant to last. So I'm taking off the makeup that I used to wear to hide, letting people see the truth in the trembling of my voice. I'm learning that my softness doesn't make me weak or small, and I'm done confusing damage with devotion. After all, if love is real, it doesn't punish you for feeling. It doesn't call you too much when you're honest and you're healing. So I'm done chasing pretty, done begging you to see. I'm choosing something safer, I'm choosing me. There were cracks in the pretty, but I'm not living there. I won't pose inside your silence like it's something I should wear. There were cracks in the pretty, and I'm leaving them behind. I'm not your perfect picture, I'm a whole damn life. And there were cracks in the pretty, so I cracked it open wide. Some nights I still miss you like I miss a childhood home. Not the ending, not the damage, just the way it felt before. And I hate how my brain edits out the parts that made me cry, like the heart loves to rewrite what it barely survived. But I remember the lonely damn sorries you didn't mean, the way I begged for comfort while you acted routine. So if you ever come back with your I changed and I was wrong, I'll be kind, I'll be careful, but I won't replay the song. Cause love shouldn't leave you bruised under glitter and lights. Love should feel like shelter, not a fight. There were cracks in the pretty, and we're okay we showed, but I'm done being decoration for a heart that won't be home. There were cracks in the pretty, and I finally let them show. Not to shame you, to save me, to let my real life grow. Yeah, there were cracks in the pretty, and now I'm letting in the gold, letting in the gold. The world can keep the picture, I'll keep the truth, and I'll keep me. Don't call it closure if it's just you coming back to feel less guilty. I'm not your ending, I'm my beginning. You showed up like nothing happened, like time didn't leave a mark, like you didn't turn my daylight into something made of dark. You said I've been thinking, and I laughed without a sound, cause I've been rebuilding everything you burned down. You looked at me so hopeful, like I'd make it all feel clean, like my heart was your forgiveness and my arms were your release. And I remember how you vanished when I needed you to stay, how I'm just overwhelmed became the reason you walked away. And I don't want your late night paragraphs, your I miss you dressed as truth, cause missing me is not the same as choosing me, and I've learned the proof. Don't call it closure if you're only here for peace. Don't call it closure if you won't take what you did to me. You don't get to break me, then knock like I'm the cure. I'm not your clean confession, I'm a scar you can't ignore. So don't call it closure, call it what it is. Too late, too close, too selfish. And I'm finally done with this. You said I didn't mean to hurt you, but you never meant to stay. You meant to keep your options while I prayed you wouldn't change. I waited in your silence like it was a holy place, trying to find a reason in the shape you left my days. And I did the whole be mature thing, kept smiling through the ache. Told my friends we're complicated, like it made you less to blame. But complicated isn't love when only one heart pays the cost. And I'm tired of romanticizing what I almost lost. I had to unlearn your voice in my head, unlearn the way I shrank, unlearn the habit of apologizing for needing basic strength. And I did that without you, without a single call. So don't come back and touch the wound and call it care at all. Don't call it closure if you're only here for peace. Don't call it closure if you won't take what you did to me. You don't get to break me, then knock like I'm the cure. I'm not your clean confession, I'm a scar you can't ignore. So don't call it closure, call it what it is. Too late, too close, too selfish. And I'm finally done with this. Don't call it, don't say my name. I'm not your ending, I'm not your blame. I used to think forgiving meant reopening the door, like love was being available even when I was sore. I used to think my softness was a weakness to defend, so I kept letting you return to leave again. But I'm learning that compassion doesn't mean I lose my spine, that I can wish you healing and still keep what's mine. I'm not cold, I'm careful, I'm not cruel, I'm clear. I'm the girl who cried in silence and still made it here. You want me to say it's okay to smooth it out, to make it right, but I'm not your absolution. I'm not your Friday night. If you feel heavy, carry it. That's what grown people do. I carried all of us alone, now you can carry you. Don't call it closure, 'cause I'm closing something else. The part of me that begged you, the part that lost herself. You don't get to rewrite it, don't get to take my glow, don't get to hold my healing just to soften your own blow. So don't call it closure, call it goodbye for good. And I'm choosing my peace now, like I always should. Some nights I still remember the beginning, like a home. How you held my face and promised I would never be alone. And I hate how my heart can miss you, still know the truth, that the version of you I love wasn't the one you chose to be. You came back for the comfort, for the nostalgia, for the glow, but you didn't come back ready to do the work you never showed. And I'm not angry like I was, I'm just not available. Not for half love, not for maybes, not for anything unstable. So take your apology and put it where it belongs, in your future, in your growth, in the lessons you ignored. And let me be the one thing you can't undo, 'cause I'm not your closure, I'm the truth. Don't call it closure if you're only here for peace. Don't call it closure if you won't take what you did to me. You don't get to break me, then knock like I'm the cure. I'm not your clean confession, I'm a scar you can't ignore. So don't call it closure, call it what it is, a door that's finally shut it. And I'm finally blank because done with this, done with this. Call it closure, call it growth, call it me, choosing me. I still sleep on my side, like the other side is yours, like you'll come back before the morning does. The ceiling fan is counting hours, I don't want to know. And the moonlight paints your outline where you used to hold me close. I keep my phone on loud like it might change the past, like when I miss you, a message could undo what didn't last. Your pillow still is patient, still is space for your head. And I hate how I protect it like you never really left. I fold the blanket careful, like if I keep things the same, you might walk through my door and call my broken baby by its name. But the quiet gets so heavy when the lights go low, and every breath reminds me there's a place you chose not to go. I try to turn my thoughts off, but they circle like a thread. They always land back on the empty side of the bed. It's the empty side of the bed where your goodbye still sits, where my heart keeps reaching for you in the dark, out of habit. It's the empty side of the bed, and I'm learning how to rest with the space that used to be love. Now it's silence in my chest. Yeah, it's the empty side of the bed, and it's teaching me what's left. I walk past the mirror and I don't recognize my face, 'cause I spent so long forgiving you, I forgot my own space. I used to fall asleep to your breathing like a song. Now the room is way too honest and the nights are way too long. I replay every fight like I'm searching for the clue, for the moment when I started loving less and calling it the truth. You said I need time, but time was just a door, and you closed it so quietly, didn't hear it anymore. And everyone says move on like it's a simple step, but it's hard to walk forward when my heart still checks behind for you. I'm trying to be brave, trying not to call, but the night keeps asking questions and I don't have answers at all. It's the empty side of the bed where your goodbye still sits, when my heart keeps reaching for you in the dark, out of habit. It's the empty side of the bed, and I'm learning how to rest with the space that used to be love. Now it's silence in my chest. Yeah, it's the empty side of the bed, and it's teaching me what's left. Ooh, empty side, ooh, staying a while. Ooh, I can't hide from the empty side. I kept making excuses for the way you drift away. Said there's stress, said it's a phase, said it'll change someday. I made myself smaller so you wouldn't feel so far. But love shouldn't be a puzzle where I'm the missing part. So tonight I'm changing sheets like I'm changing my mind, letting go of your space like it's finally mine. I'm opening the window, letting new air in instead. If you're gone then I'll stop building a home inside my head. I'm not lonely cause you left, I'm lonely cause I stayed in a love that made me question if I'm worthy of being saved. But I'm done with half love, done with words you never meant. I'm done calling it forever when forever was just until you left. It was the empty side of the bed that made me finally see I was holding on to someone who wasn't holding on to me. It was the empty side of the bed, but I'm taking back my breath, taking back my midnight prayers, taking back what's left. It was the empty side of the bed. Now I'm filling it with self-respect. Some nights I still miss you like a wound I can't ignore, like my body learned your love and keeps searching for more. And I hate how I remember only how it felt at first, while I forget the way your silence made my best days hurt. So if you ever come back knocking like you didn't do me wrong, with a can we talk and I'm sorry and a soft familiar song, I'll be kind, I'll be calm, but I won't forget the cost. I won't trade my peace for a person who already chose their loss. Cause love should feel like safety, not a test I fail at night. And I'd rather sleep alone than beg to be held right. Now the empty side of the bed is just a space, not a threat, where I used to break in pieces. Now I'm learning to reset. Yeah, the empty side of the bed is where I learned to love myself, to stop reaching for your shadow and start reaching for my health. And I won't let the empty side of the bed tell me I'm less. It just proved I deserve the kind of love that stays. Good night to the version of me that waited. Hello to the girl who finally stayed. I used to think heartbreak was loud, but it's not. It's quiet like the moment after the music stops, when you realize it's the end of the song. The room is full of almost, and I'm tired of pretending like we're just going through it, like this isn't really ending. Your jacket's on the chair, but you're never in and out, and your eyes don't look for mine the way they used to somehow. We talk about the weather, about work, about the day, like small talk is a bandage for the words we're scared to say. And I keep reading your silence like a note between the lines, but your quiet is a mystery, it's you leaving in real time. I remember when your laughter filled the space behind my ribs. Now the air feels empty even when you're standing in it. And I keep trying to fix us like a song stuck out of tune, but you can't make harmony if one voice leaves the room. This is the end of the song, where the sound fades out too soon, where forever turns to silence in the middle of the room. This is the end of the song, and I feel it in my bones. Not a fight, not a moment, just the echo when you're gone. Yeah, this is the end of the song, and I'm the only one still holding on. I watch you scroll for hours like I'm background on your screen, like my love is just a playlist you don't notice in between. You kiss me like a habit, like a duty, like a script, And I miss the way you meant it, how it used to feel like this. We stopped saying I love you like it carries too much weight. And I started measuring my worth by how long you choose to stay. I hate that I got used to needing crumbs to feel okay, like the smallest sign of softness could convince me not to break. They say love takes work, so I worked until I bled, turned into understanding while you stayed inside your head. And I kept lowering my knees like the volume on a track, but no matter how I soften, you didn't come back. This is the end of the song, where the sound fades out too soon, where forever turns to silence in the middle of the room. This is the end of the song, and I feel it in my bones. Not a fight, not a moment, just the echo when you're gone. Yeah, this is the end of the song. Ooh, end of the song. Ooh, fading away. Ooh, I can't rewind it. Ooh, it won't play the same. I used to think love meant staying even when I'm breaking, that if I held on harder, you would stop the leaving. So I became a peacekeeper, a mind reader, a shield, trying to keep us alive while you forgot how to feel. I made excuses for your distance, blamed it on the days, told myself they're just stressed, while my heart decayed. But love shouldn't feel like waiting in at the edge of someone's choice. Love should not make you whisper just to keep your voice. So here's the truth I'm finally saying without shaking. I'm not too much, I'm not too deep, I'm not hard to love. I was just loving someone who couldn't love me back enough. And I'm done begging for a chorus from a person who won't sing. If you won't show up for the music, you don't get the best of me. This is the end of the song, but it's not the end of me. You can keep your quiet goodbye, I'm choosing clarity. This is the end of the song, and I'm turning off the repeat. I'm not living in your maybe, I'm not dying in between. Yeah, this is the end of the song, and I'm walking out to find my peace. Some nights I miss the beginning, like a melody at dawn. How you held my face and swore we'd never be undone. And I hate how my heart remembers only how it felt, while my mind remembers all the times I disappeared in you. I remember the late replies, the half answers, the cold way you made my love feel heavy, made my softness feel old. I remember pleading quietly, do you still want this? And you said I don't know, like love is something you can miss. So if you ever come back later with your I changed, I was wrong, I wish you healing from a distance. But I won't restart this song, 'cause love should feel like safety, not a track that skips at night. And I'd rather face the silence than keep begging for a line. This is the end of the song, where the sound fades out for good, where I stop trying to fix it and I finally choose what I should. This is the end of the song, and I'm laying down the past. I won't keep chasing harmonies with a heart that wouldn't last. Yeah, this is the end of the song. And I'm finally letting go. And I'm finally letting go. End of the song. The music stopped. End of the song. The music stopped. I tried to say goodbye, but it didn't sound like the end. It sounded like a lie I couldn't wear. I wrote your name in my notes notes like a habit I can't quit. Then erased it, then rewrote it. Yeah, goodbye doesn't fit. I packed up all the photos, but my hands still shook like memories of weight when you finally let them go. Your sweater's on the chair where you left it months ago, still holding on to your perfume like it doesn't know. And I keep walking past the door like I might hear your key, like you'll come back and say it's over, then you'll stay with me. Everyone says move on like it's one clean cut, but healing's more like bleeding slow and learning not to look. And I'm tired of pretending I don't miss what we were, 'cause losing you is loud, but leaving you behind is harder. 'Cause goodbye doesn't fit in my mouth. It tastes like something I can't shout. I say I'm fine, but my voice gives out like my heart still lives in your house. Yeah, goodbye doesn't fit in my chest. It's tight like a dress I never meant. I don't want you back, I just want the ache to rest. But goodbye, goodbye doesn't fit. Places like I'm visiting a ghost. The cafe where you swore I was the one you wanted most. The corner where we kissed like we were made of something brave. Now I cross it like a stranger and pretend I'm not afraid. You said it's not you, but I still hear it like a blame. Like if I was more patient you would have stayed the same. And I hate how I still check your profile like it's news, like I'm waiting for a sentence that explains why I lost you. Keep replaying all this talk like a prayer I didn't mean. Open time will change the ending if I watch it on repeat. But you can't unbreak a promise by remembering it right. And I can't keep holding on to a love that won't survive. 'Cause goodbye doesn't fit in my mouth. It tastes like something I can't shout. I say I'm fine, but my voice gives out like my heart still lives in your house. Yeah, goodbye doesn't fit in my chest. It's tight like a dress I never meant. I don't want you back, I just want the ache to rest. But goodbye, goodbye doesn't fit. That if I held on tighter I could stop the fall. I called it being loyal, but it was fear in disguise. Fear that losing you meant losing the best part of my life. But I'm starting to remember who I was before your doubt. Before I learned to whisper just to keep you from walking out. I'm learning that my softness isn't something to regret. And I don't have to be chosen to be worthy of it. So maybe goodbye feels wrong, 'cause I still love what we could have been. But I can love the dream and still wake up, still close the door, still breathe again. I'm not abandoning you, I'm returning to myself. Yeah, goodbye doesn't fit, so I'll say I release, I'll say I forgive, and I choose my peace. I'll say I'm done with the half-love and the stress. I don't want you back, I just want me at my best. So goodbye, in a new way, goodbye finally fits. Some nights I miss you like a song that knows my name, like my heart forgets the damage and remembers just the flame. And I hate how I romanticize the start of what we had, while I forget how many times you made me feel so sad. But I remember crying quiet, hiding tears behind my hair, begging for attention like it's something you could spare. I remember how I held us up when you let go with ease, how I carried all the maybe until it broke me at the knees. So if you ever come back saying I've changed, I was wrong. I wish you well from a distance, but I won't replay this song. 'Cause love should feel like safety, not a suitcase I drag around. And I'd rather walk alone solid ground. Goodbye didn't fit in my mouth, but now I'm saying it out loud. Not as anger, not as hate, as a promise to get out. Yeah, goodbye didn't fit in my chest, but I'm making room for rest. I don't want you back, I just want my life again. So goodbye. They told me time would heal, but time just taught me how to live with it, so I did. I started growing around the pain. I wake up and the room is still the same, but I'm different now and that's the strangest change. Your name is in the corners of my day, in coffee cups and doorways, and the songs I used to play. I still flinch at certain dates, certain streets, still hold my breath when someone says we look so sweet. And I hate how my heart turns soft when it should stay strong, like it forgets the ending and only hears the start of our song. They said move on, like it's a door, but grief is a house with 100 floors. Some nights I climb back up again, just to feel what I've been. I'm growing around the pain, like a tree around a scar. It's still there in the middle, but it doesn't stop my heart. I'm growing around the pain, learning how to breathe again. Not forgetting what you broke, just not living where it's been. Yeah, I'm growing around the pain, and I'm still here. Check my phone like prayer, like one small message could rebuild what wasn't there. I replayed the last goodbye like a movie I could rewrite, holding on to maybe like it kept me alive at night. I made excuses for the ways you wouldn't stay, called it timing, called it stress, called it we'll be okay. But the truth is you were leaving long before you left, and I kept giving pieces till there was nothing on my shelf. And I blame my feelings like a crime, like loving hard was wasting time. But love is not the shame in me, leaving you was bravery. I'm growing around the pain, like a tree around a scar. It's still there in the middle, but it doesn't stop my heart. I'm growing around the pain, learning how to breathe again. Not forgetting what you broke, just not living where it's been. Still here. Some nights I miss you like a habit in my bones, like my heart still walks your hallway even when I'm home alone. And I hate how my mind edits out the parts that made me cry, like pain is just a footnote in the story of you and I. But I remember the lonely, the late replies, the cold, the way you made my softness feel heavy, made my goal feel old. I remember begging quietly, do you still want this? And you said I don't know, like love is something you can miss. So if you ever come back with apologies too late, I wish you healing truly, but I won't reopen that gate. Cause I can't keep water in ashes, I can't keep calling it flame. I won't shrink to fit a love that only grows through pain. I'm growing around the pain, and it's finally showing. I can stand in the memory without falling in the ocean. I'm growing around the pain, turning wounds into a place where I learn what love should feel like. Safe, steady break. Yeah, I'm growing around the pain, not because it didn't hurt, but because I did the work. I didn't forget you, I just found me. a place, but it was you. Now I'm learning how to live in half of one. The lights feel colder in the rooms we used to fill, like the walls got used to laughing, and they miss it when it's still. Your cup is in the cabinet, I keep it like a vow, even though the forever we promised isn't here right now. I walk the same old hallway like it's newly built for pain. Every step a little echo saying nothing stays the same. And I fold the day in silence, put it neatly in a drawer, trying not to wonder what you're doing, who you're doing it for. I don't cry the way I used to, but my chest still knows the sound. Like a song without a chorus, always almost breaking out. And I keep my pride like armor, but it's heavy when I'm alone, 'cause I'm holding all this love with nowhere to put it home. Now I live in half a heart home, where your shadow won't let go. There's a space beside my heartbeat where you used to be. Oh, yeah, I'm living in half a heart home, trying to learn how to grow. I don't hate you, I just hate how you left me here alone, in a half a heart home. I still hear you in the kitchen when the faucet starts to drip, like the house is doing impressions of your laugh and your lips. Your name is on my tongue like a prayer I can't release, and I hate that loving you still feels like losing my peace. I pass the mirror and I'm looking for the girl I used to be, the one who trusted easy, the one who didn't beg to be seen. Now I double check my worth like it's something I misplaced, and I wonder why you're leaving, made me question my own face. They say time will fix it, like time is something kind, but time just keeps reminding me you're not here when I rewind. And I'm tired of pretending I don't miss the way you stayed, even when we were breaking, even when you pulled away. Now I live in half a heart home, where your shadow won't let go. There's a space beside my heartbeat where you used to be. Oh, yeah, I'm living in half a heart home, trying to learn how to grow. I don't hate you, I just hate how you left me here alone, in a half a heart home. I kept the door unlocked for you, in case you change your mind, like love was being patient while you left me behind. I held my breath for messages that never came through, and called it hope, but really I was drowning in you. So I'm taking back the parts of me I handed out in fear, the sorries I kept saying when you made it disappear. I'm setting down the begging like a suitcase I don't need, and I'm learning how to love me without asking you to lead. If you loved me it would feel like safety, not a storm I had to chase, not a game of almost, not a constant second place. So I'm rebuilding every wall you taught me to ignore, and I'm turning this half-heart house into something so much more. Now I'm leaving half a heart home, letting your memory go. I'm filling up the silence with a love I'll never outgrow. Yeah, I'm leaving half a heart home, and I'm learning to be whole. I don't hate you, I just love you more than what you couldn't hold. So goodbye, half a heart home. Some nights I miss you like an ache in the weather, like the sky knows your name and it spells it out in December. And I hate that I still want you, and I know you're not the cure, but my heart is a creature, it remembers before sure. Still I won't go back to waiting at the edge of your control. I won't call that love again if it keeps breaking my soul. If you ever knock my door with apologies too late, I'll forgive you in my quiet, but I won't reopen the gate. 'Cause I deserve a love that doesn't leave me on the floor, I deserve a love that chooses me. Now maybe not once more. Now I'm leaving half a heart home, where your shadow used to go. There's a light inside my chest now, where I'm learning to be whole. Yeah, I'm leaving half a heart until the right love finds me there. I didn't grow up, I healed, and that's different. I used to wake up heavy, like my chest forgot to rise, like the day was something I survived instead of something I could like. I checked my phone for nothing, still hoping you would care, like a message could undo the way you left me standing there. I wore my pain like makeup, smiled so no one knew, but my mirror kept reflecting all the parts I lost in you. And I kept calling it love when it felt like I was small. Now I'm learning how to stand up without needing you at all. I stopped chasing explanations, stopped begging for a sign. I started choosing quiet over losing my mind. And the emptiness you left me turned in a room to breathe. Funny how the hurt got lighter when I stopped fighting me. 'Cause healing looks good on me, better than your hands ever did. I'm not over it, I'm through it, I'm becoming who I is, yeah. Healing looks good on me like sunshine after rain. I don't hate you, I just love me, and I'm not the same. And I'm not the same. I used to blame my feelings, like my heart was out of line, like loving you too deeply was the reason I declined. I turned red flags into roses, turned distance into space, kept forgiving all your silence like it had some kind of grace. But love shouldn't feel like waiting at the edge of someone's mood. Love shouldn't feel like proving I'm enough to be chosen too. So I'm taking back my power from the nights I lost my sleep, from the girl who stayed too long, trying to keep what wouldn't keep. Now I speak up when it's hurting, now I leave when it's not right. I don't bargain with the lonely, I don't call it love at night. And I'm learning that my softness isn't weakness, it's my glow. It's the proof I made it out and I still know how to hope. 'Cause healing looks good on me, better than your hands ever did. I'm not over it, I'm through it, I'm becoming who I is, yeah. Healing looks good on me like sunshine after rain. I don't hate you, I just love me, and I'm not the same. Some nights I still remember the beginning like a song, how you held my face and promised I would always be the one. But I remember the ending too, how I cried and you got cold, how you loved me when it was easy, then you let my heart unfold on the floor. And I'm not picking it up for you anymore. If you ever come back knocking with your heart changed, I was wrong, I wish you well, I mean it, but I won't restart this song. 'Cause peace became a standard, and I finally understand a healed heart doesn't reach back for a love that couldn't stand. Yeah, healing looks good on me, better than your hands ever did. I'm not over it, I'm through it, I'm becoming who I is, yeah. Healing looks good on me like the sky after the storm. I don't hate you, I just love me, and I found what I was born for, yeah. Healing looks good on me, healing looks good on me. Healing looks looks good on me. Healing looks good on me. I didn't glow up, I healed.